Okay, welcome back. It's me, Matthew, and I've looking on the earthquake charts this afternoon, and I am going to look at the jet stream as well and the Soho cams, because again the weather patterns and also the earthquake magnitudes are just becoming more stranger each and every single day. So here on the screen, September 22nd 2017, and it is getting stranger because look, we've got 5.8s, 4.9s, 7.1 here as well. Now around the earth at the moment we're getting some very strange patterns of these earthquakes as well. There is just continuous patterns all the time, very strange. If we just go down to here as well, we can see other high magnitude earthquakes, 6.1s. Now these were back some years back with 2.4s and 3.3s, but we're now seeing a lot more stronger earthquakes, 6.4s. There's a lot of I mean, they're getting much more stronger now, aren't they? 6.1s. They're getting higher now because again, because of the Nibiru system. Okay, we've got Nemesis, the brown dwarf star, I believe, that's affecting our planet. There's fire as well, lots of fire damage around the world, and it's because of the sun. Now they do chemtrail to try and cool our atmosphere down, and it's just getting very strange, isn't it? Because these solar flares are attacking our Earth's core, causing huge amounts of earthquake activity. Look, here we go again, a 6.4, 5.9s. I mean, this is around the Australia area as well. You've got the Solomon Islands and other parts of the world hugely affected by these earthquakes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the solar chart, because I want to just check, because I'm looking at the star system, the planet system, and there is a huge light source to the northeast of the sky. So I'm going to have a look at this now for you. Okay, now I'm on the solar chart, and things are getting very interesting because we're looking at this haze, okay, northeast of the skies. Now I'm going to now move the solar chart in, so let me just get this sorted for us, because it is getting interesting, isn't it now? I've been looking at Mars as well. There's shadows everywhere that's out there, and again, NASA's not going to say anything, are they? So let's take a look at the Earth. Okay, let's go on the Earth chart. Now what we can see is here, as I bring round the chart here. Now we're going to move it back just about to about July, say the 27th of July. Okay, now around about that time on the 27th of July we could see a very strong dimness, a red haze to the northeast. Now roughly about that time I saw that red object going down on the horizon on a short video. Now sometime between then, but the sun is dimming to us on the horizon, and through the day we're seeing a white object, aren't we? Again, I believe that the simulator is working. Now if we keep going through the months till we get up to the 22nd of September. So let's just move along, because we're now in a position where we should be now. Okay, now I do believe again that in the northeast skies, okay, about 3:30 there is a red haze to the northeast. Okay, now there is an object between us and the sun, I believe to be Nibiru. This about here somewhere. We're seeing a red haze in the skies. Now also in the morning skies this time of the year we see Venus as well. This coming down on the horizon just before sunrise. You'll see this. It disappears. We do see the moon at this point as well. That'd be here. Now through the night as well we're seeing red clouds, aren't we? We're seeing red formations of clouds as well, and I believe as well that the this object, these heavenly bodies, are now in our inner solar system, and there's something that's between us and the sun. There's no doubt in it, because we do see a dimness in the skies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check these SOHO charts as much as I can, because there's something that's seriously wrong, and we need to just keep checking everything, don't we? Because again, Venus is now becoming very bright in the skies, and it was bright as well 3 months ago, wasn't it? And also we're seeing Mercury as well. Now on the SOHO charts, okay, we are seeing objects going past the SOHO cam, the Ustream cam, and it's not any of these objects, because can you see the way it rotates round Mercury and Venus? Now when we see these flybys from the Earth, now this was going back, wasn't it? We were going back to I'd say about August time, about 13th of August, we were seeing these flybys. Okay, now these planets are moving round to this way, likewise with the Earth, but these flybys are coming across here, and they're coming from the Kuiper Belt. They're coming from this area right across. Now it's unbelievable, isn't it, because we're seeing this all the time and it's not being reported. So again, it's just getting and providing the information, and I will keep checking these charts for all of us, because again we're seeing shadows. There's many photographs, far too many photographs that are coming in now that are showing dark shadowed skies and huge problems to our Earth. Now we're just going to continue seeing these, aren't we, all the time? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep track of this, because it is getting serious, isn't it? It really is. So I'm going to move on to some other charts now. So again, please take care, because this is happening, isn't it? Okay, we've got the Metro Earth live weather chart right now, Friday 22nd of September, 7:51 p.m. Now again, this checks the weather, and I've got this on a 58 screen monitor. Now I'm going to show you something as the temperatures as well. You can see the temperatures, can't you, in Africa? Now again, the temperatures are rising. We're getting a lot of fires that are being reported on news media right now as well from many parts of the world. And also the sun is acting very strange. Now if I go to the this other chart as well for rain, you can also see this area as well, and all the other areas on the chart that are we're just getting a lot of rainfall as well, and the rainfall is very persistent. It's like 1 to say 10 minutes of heavy rain, and then it stops abruptly. Now we're getting lots of information from subscribers. We've seen videos as well of strange weather patterns as well. Now we look at the cloud cover as well. As you can see here on the screen, there's a lot of cloud cover, but I believe again these are chemtrails. This is chemtrails and HAARP that is controlling the weather patterns right now, because our Earth is tilting and it's trying to stop a pole shift. I believe there is too much going on now in our skies. And also these winds, there's a lot of wind that's happening around the world as well. 185 mile an hour winds. I mean, this spot here is quite interesting as well. There's a lot of windspan in the USA. I mean, it is getting a lot more stranger. And now looking at the news media channels in the USA as well, they're going through a lot of crazy weather right now. And with these storms that have continued to still cause a lot of problems to people's homes. And I will keep an eye on this, because there is some strange weather patterns going on. So it's another interesting chart to keep an eye on for all of you, as I continue my work as well to check all the charts as I've done in the past. I mean, the pressure as well. We've gotten a lot of wind pressure, and also I mean, it's all happening, isn't it? And it is changing, because when I look back at these charts from a couple of years ago, it wasn't as bad as this. there is a lot of problems that are occurring with the weather patterns. Because, again, with the Earth's magnetic field being affected by the Nibiru system, these heavenly bodies, everything's getting affected. The other thing as well I would like to say is that the climates are changing on Mars, Jupiter and Saturn. All the other celestial bodies are heating up, and they're all being affected by climate change, because this global warming, what they say on news media, is a complete hoax, because everything in our solar system is heating up right now. So I'm going to keep checking this anyway, because I find it very interesting for all of us. So I'll go back to this. Okay, I've gone back to the magnitude earthquake charts, okay, and one in Japan that happened on the 20th of September at 5:37, 6.1. Now, again, they're starting to climb now, because, again, just about 7 months ago, they were only 2.4s and 3.6s, but now we're seeing 6.1s. Now that's quite strong now, isn't it? And we've got another one here as well. This one here is a 6.4, and this is in Tanna. Now, very close to Queen's Island. Look at the size of this. A 6.4 happened on the 20th of September at 9:09. I mean, look at the magnitude. Again, it's changing all the time. I mean, what is going on? Because here's another one. This is a 5.9 magnitude in Papua New Guinea on the 20th of September. Now, these were only 2.4s and 2.3s, but now they're climbing the magnitudes. Here's another one, a 5.7 in Indonesia. Look at the magnitude. It's changed again. 109 kilometers down at the Mandurua Islands. I mean, it is getting more and more evident all the time, isn't it? This one again in Mexico. This happened today. It's it's happening all the time, isn't it? I mean, we had that 7.1 in Mexico only a few days back, but they're still having more earthquakes. This happened at 6:33, and I truly believe that we're going to see 9.5s, even 10s. It will go into the 10 magnitude, and it really will, because what I mean, a lot of you have seen and noticed at the beginning of the channel that I do check the charts. I'm always interested in looking at the different charts around the world, checking the magnitudes of earthquakes, even the tsunami charts. I know there's not been many warnings of tsunamis, but I always check. And if I catch anything, I will produce it onto video, because I find it very interesting as well to do this. It's very important. So, again, just checking everything, isn't it, with these... Okay, we've got the aurora forecasts on the screen. One for the southern hemisphere and one for the northern hemisphere. Now, also, with these auroras, they're coming through because we have a huge hole. They don't tell us about this, but many years ago, if you can remember, that they were very worried about the ozone layer. Now the ozone layer has disappeared. There's a huge gap up there in our atmosphere, and these solar flares are coming through. This is also why they chemtrail, to try and prevent and block that area of the hole, to stop this solar activity, and also to stop a lot of radiation from getting through. But the radiation is killing the trees, killing the plants, and also harming us. We're being affected, and it does cause cancer. Now, they won't tell you this on news media. It is very important to be aware of this. And a huge solar blast nearly happened in 2004 and 2006, nearly wiped out our power grids. It has happened many years ago in the early 19th century, and it will happen again. It will knock our power grids. We are due for a huge solar blast. So again, to the left side, you can see that it is very active, and also to the right side as well, very active too. So both sides, and this could cause the poles to shift. There is a huge problem, and it's affecting our Earth, and also it's melting the poles. The ice caps are melting because of this. Now again, it's not information that we can get straight away, but if we look at the charts, we can see differences. Okay, this is a NOAA chart, space weather overview. Solar X-ray flux, solar proton flux, geomatic activity. Now, again, I keep an eye on this chart as well, and this is dated for September 22nd. And it says, expected any greater geomagnetic storms. And it says yes. Now, if you look at the bottom here, you can see we had quite much activity. But again, here on the 22nd. Now, to this way here, we have had a lot of fires, haven't we? We've had a lot of strange skies as well. We're seeing a lot of chemtrail activity. And when it goes to high points, we do see this activity a lot, don't we? Now, it is very important, again, to just keep checking these charts daily. And again, this is what I do. I check the charts, and I will produce videos, because I find it very important to produce videos to show these charts of the different changes, because they are indeed changing all. Okay, you're looking at two charts here, one on the left and one on the right. Now, these are solar wind charts, where we see a lot of solar activity. Now, you can see on this screen here the Sol, the Sun, and you can see the other celestial planets. Now look at these, look at the size of these blasts, okay, swinging through, and we're being hit by, with our Earth's magnetic field, we're being hit and bashed by this all the time. Look at the size of this one here as well. It's massive. Look at the diagram as well to the right hand side. You can see the one above, the Earth chart. Here, look at the pickup of this as well. It's picking up through the days. I mean, we're being battered by this all the time. I mean, there are huge, huge solar flares. About 10 of them each day, and still NASA will not disclose this. They just feel that if we were told the truth about these solar blasts, there would be civil war, because eventually it's gonna just go bang, isn't it? Because again, we're seeing these fires. Now, these fires are caused by this, and also this changing of the weather patterns, these storms. It's all part of the sun that's being agitated by the Nibiru system. And also the ozone, I mean, everything is, it's crazy up there now. So again, it is very important to check these charts. Okay, we've got another chart on the screen here from the Lonosphere, and it's called the US Total Electron Content. Now, it is to do with very strange in weather patterns now, and it does seem to be abrupt. The changes are very evident now, and I also will be keeping an eye on this. Now, with these solar storms, it is agitating everything right now, and I believe also that NOAA, they know that there is a serious problem with our whole system. And I believe, again, that the governments, they have gone quiet, haven't they? Things have gone quiet because they know that this is happening. So again, it is just so important. Okay, we're looking at another solar chart. Now, I'm going to go out tonight, okay, to scan the northeast skies for all of you to see what I can pick up. Because on the screen here now, we're looking northeast, just here. If I just go up a bit. Now, I've been taking note that northeast of the skies. Now, through the past few months, as I said before, I've noticed that red object going down on the horizon. And it is very important to take notice of this area as well, the sky. I have seen other objects coming on, down from the horizon towards the horizon from the northeast. It's always to the north, to the northeast skies. So, checking the skies as well. This part is very important. I'm seeing other objects come from the north going across, asteroids. Just huge amounts of trash, flybys going through. Now, again, I'll be checking this every day to see what we can find, because again, it is very important, because looking at the charts and pinpointing markers is just important where we have seen sightings. So I'm going to go to another chart now for you, but again, northeast of the skies is very important to look at the night skies, and we are seeing a lot of red cloud formations at night, and it seems to be reflecting from the northeast. So again, it's just very important to keep on. Okay, before I go, I'm going to check some of the moon phases for these past few days, months, because again, there is a huge light source that's reflecting on the moon, as I believe there is another object that's brightening up right now. So yeah, let's go and check the moon out now. Okay, here's the chart. Now, these are different cycles of the moon. We've got waxing gibbous, full moons, the waning gibbous. We've got many different names the last quarter, but right now we're down here on the 22nd. We've got a waxing crescent. Now, this is 6%, so many people won't see the moon right now because it is very, very dark and in a shadow. So, but we are seeing different colours and sizes of the moon, because I believe that there is something that they're doing to cover up the moon as well, and also chemtrailing at night time. Why chemtrail the moon? It just doesn't make sense, does it? Anyway, I'm going to go now, and I'll do another video shortly because we're getting many photographs still coming in, but I just thought it would be nice to go back to the charts to show you the differences of what's going on as well. So please, again, take care, and I'll be back shortly. There is just continuous patterns all the time. Very, very strange. If we just go down to here as well, we can see other high magnitude earthquakes, 6.1s. Now these were back some years back with 2.4s and 3.3s, but we're now seeing a lot more stronger earthquakes, 6.4s. There's a lot of okay, welcome back. It's me, Matthew, and I've looking on the earthquake charts this afternoon, and I am going to look at the jet stream as well and the Soho cams, because again, the weather patterns and also the earthquake are very strange, isn't it? Because these solar flares are attacking our Earth's core, causing huge amounts of earthquake activity. Look, here we go again, a 6.4, 5.9s. I mean, this is around the Australia area as well. You've got the Solomon Islands and other parts of the world hugely affected by these earthquakes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the solar chart. Magnitudes are just becoming more stranger each and every single day. So here on the screen, September 22nd, 2017, and it is getting stranger because look, we've got 5.8s, 4.9s, 7.1 here as well. Now, around the Earth at the moment, we're getting some very strange patterns of these earthquakes as well. I mean, they're getting much more stronger now, aren't they? 6.1s. They're getting higher now because, again, because of the Nibiru system. Okay, we've got Nemesis, the brown dwarf star, I believe, that's affecting our planet. There's fire as well, lots of fire damage around the world, and it's because of the sun. Now, they do chemtrail to try and cool our atmosphere down, and it's just getting very